It is World Lupus Day. Let's let the world know what lupus is and what the survivors look like.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. You don't know, it's yours truly, TRF. If you did not know, the month of May is recognized as Lupus Awareness Month, and today, the 10th of May, is recognized as World Lupus Day. So, guys, I'm rocking purple, you don't know, to represent for all my lupus warriors out there. So, you guys must be wondering who is a beautiful young woman in the beginning of the video. So this is my truly dear friend, Krishna. She is a lupus warrior, and today she'll be sharing with you her journey. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
Hi everyone, my name is Krishna and I am a lupus warrior for about 14 years. I am going to take you along my journey and I'm going to be as transparent as I can along the way. Enjoy! My journey started in 2007. I am not sure when my symptoms started because I was always a sickly child. But in 2007, that was when everything started going down the drain. My mother came down in 2007 and she was like, Krish, why your face looking black so? I was like, you fine? Oh, Dominica son, it hot. That is why my face is black. What I know now, I thought I had the mala rash, but I didn't know. I just figured, hey, Dominica sun is hot. I'm always in the sun, so I am black. That's it. And I don't hate being black. Actually, I love being black, so it never bothered me. I also studied nursing school in 2007, and the classes were at the back of PMH, and I would have low-grade fevers like 99 for about 2 weeks, and my feet I could not put on my shoes at the end of the day because my feet was so swollen. After having fevers for about a week, I went to Dr. Albert, and after examining me, I told her all my symptoms and everything. She was like, you might have lupus. I was like, huh? What is that? She gave me a little rundown, and I was like, no. She told me, go research it and everything. I did not. I actually went to the hospital. I spoke to a doctor. I can't remember which doctor I spoke to. And I spoke to a doctor and he was like, nah, you don't have lupus. Albert don't know what she's talking about. You don't have lupus. I was like, okay, that's comforting. No sin. I went on my merry way and continued living my life. 3 months down the line, I'm still having fevers. Still swelling. My feet are still swelling. I have joint pain. I have all, like, it was just crazy. I went to a wedding. It was a Saturday. I went to a friend's wedding. And from the Saturday evening, I was lying in bed. And I never got up from the Saturday. Till the following Monday, my cousin dropped me home. And she was like, you need to go to the hospital. When she dropped me home, I went on the bed. And that was where I stayed until they came to get me the following day, which was Tuesday. I did not have to pee. I did not eat. I did not do anything. I was just on the bed and I could not move. My cousins came to get me and they brought me to the hospital, and I keep trying to convince them and also myself that I was okay. I was like, I'm okay. I was just tired. I needed to rest and I'm okay. But the furthest that I could reach, the furthest I got when I got to the hospital was like the bench outside of Imri, where the old Imri was. That was the furthest that I got because I was in so much pain. I couldn't go any further. My lecturers at the time were Cuban. So one of them, I cannot remember which one. My memory is a bit hazy, but I couldn't remember which one. But so one of them came and they was like, Krishna, what is wrong? I was like, I don't know. She was like, you don't look so good. So she called Dr. Carlos. I don't know if you all remember Dr. Carlos. She called Dr. Carlos, and Dr. Carlos took one look at me. He examined me, and he was like, no, you need to be admitted. So he brought me to the casualty department and had me processed and then had me admitted to Glover. To be honest, I have very little memory of being admitted in 2007. I cannot remember everything. All I know, at one point I was in isolation because they thought I had dengue. They thought I had all kinds of things, but nothing was working. None of the treatment that they gave me was working. And I was just there. I was drowning in my own fluids. I was in and out of consciousness. I was just a mess. I cannot remember a lot. A lot of people told me that they came to see me. I spoke to them, but I cannot remember. Part of my memory of being admitted is just gone. The Prime Minister at the time, that was Results Carriage, Honorable Results Carriage. He came to see me because I'm one of his constituents. So he was like, that is not the Krishna that we know, so do what you have to do. So he spoke to my aunt, and long story short, they make preparations to airlift me to Martinique. So I honestly cannot remember what date because my memory is like a mess. But it was in some time. It was during the summer, and I was airlifted via air ambulance to Martinique for treatment. When I was admitted in Martinique, also in the adjacent room, there was a young girl named Donna Rosemond, and she also has lupus, and she was giving me pointers. She was educating me. She told me she has had it for like 5 years and whatever. And I was like, look at God, just putting people in my path because I am a newbie. I don't know what it is. I don't know what to expect. I don't know anything. So I was thankful that these people were there to really educate me and to guide me and to help me with this new diagnosis. I did not have the time to feel scared or anything when they told me that possibly it might be lupus, because I met Nurse Graham, and she's such a darling, and I have no idea where she is, and I would like to get in touch with her. And she has lupus, and she was like, it's not the end of the world. People will say what they want to say, but look at me. I am good. I am living my life. I am going to, I'm doing all that I can, and it's not the end of the world, so you will get over this. And I was so grateful, and I still am so grateful for her. My usual weight was about 135. During the summer or Christmas, I would go up to 140 or something, but it was 135. When I went to Martinique, I was weighing about 200. That was fluid retention and everything. By the time I left Martinique, I was weighing 119. So wind could throw me down. I had lost so much weight because of the diet, and all the fluid I had inside me was gone, and I was just okay, and I was medicated. So I came back to Dominica and went on to live my life. 2011, I went back to my nursing. I was walking like a robot because I was in pain. My hip wasn't functioning, but I decided I'm doing my nursing. I went back to do my nursing. I did my exams, I did everything, and I started working. And I was placed in the neonatal unit. Now, because I was on a high dose of steroids, 60 milligrams, I developed bone problems, basically osteoarthritis, and it affected my hip mainly. And I was told by Dr. Julian that I had to do a hip replacement, and I was like, if you're not gonna guarantee that I am gonna get up after surgery, I'm not doing that surgery. So I was ducking him, and then I couldn't work. I couldn't continue my nursing. I couldn't do anything, and yeah, so I was just home at that time. 2013, Dr. St. Louis approached me and he was like, I don't like to see how you're walking. You are in pain. You need to do a hip replacement. I was like, no, nobody's putting me to sleep. He was like, who tell you that I am going to put you to sleep? If you want to do it awake, we're doing it awake. I was like, oh, you can do that? I was like, we on. That was in March. April, I had the right side done of my hip replacement. And in June, I had the next side done. I just have to say, Dr. Julian and Dr. St. Louis are amazing. Oh my God. They took care of me like I have no words. I'm just thankful. Recovery was not bad. The surgery went well. Recovery was not bad because I just had to learn to walk. I had to learn to climb stairs. I had to learn to do everything again. That was hard, but I was determined because I was not going to sit down. I was determined to do whatever that I needed to do to get back on my feet because Krishie not staying now. So let's start from the top. Let's talk about my hair. Yeah, it don't comb or anything, but whatever. Lupus took my edges. Yeah, Lupus took them. But guess what? I still cute. I don't care. I don't want to say that I was in denial because I knew I had lupus. I accepted it and I was taking my medication. I was doing all what I can, but I did not understand it. I don't know how to say it, but I wasn't doing it. I was just taking my medication and yeah, that was it. I never made any strides to really, because it was new to me and everybody that I told that knew about lupus would give me some scary looks, so I never told anyone. I was just taking my medication and everything. I went back to school, I did everything, and because of the medication, I put on a lot of weight. I was on steroids, and I had that moon face. I was round. I got all these striations. If you look at me, you'll see these stretch marks. I have them all on my stomach, on my back, on the back of my leg. I got all this, and I got that little lump there. It's gone. And I had that double chin, right here. And still, I just continued living my life. Everybody would be like, oh, but you don't look sick. Lupus doesn't have a face. Lupus is an invisible illness. Yeah, I don't look sick. I am not sick. I have a medical condition. Sometimes I don't feel well. I'm always tired. It's a lot. But I usually tell people, okay, name an important organ. And not any organ like your appendix or your gallbladder, because you can do without those things. Name an important organ and I will tell you what is wrong with mine. Fast forward. Between 2013 and let's just say 2020, I have had so many procedures and surgeries. Sometimes I even forget what I had done. And I'm good. Sjogren's syndrome also affects your mouth. It gives you dry mouth. And if you don't take care of it, your teeth can be affected. But I'm taking care of that too. So we good. I using my Sensodyne and my little moisture, and I drinking my water and I'm minding my business, and we good. Going down my eye. Well, I was on hydroxychloroquine or Plaquenil or Trump drug, and it messed up my eye. But thank God I developed an allergy in time. My body just rejected it, and it didn't have time to do a lot of damage. So even if I have to change my lens every year, I'm good. And also I have Sjogren's syndrome, so which affects my eyes, which is always dry. Right now they're looking white, but usually they're red, so they always dry. We're gonna move to the skin. So you see how striations all on my hands and everywhere, and all of a sudden I have eczema. I never had eczema. I never had dry skin. Actually, my skin was always, I don't know. And all of a sudden I developed eczema. So right about now I have to be using Aveeno and all them kind of product there. But I don't care. I'll buy it in bulk and use my Aveeno because my skin has to stay cute. Where do we go next? At one point I think my left hand, my entire arm had gone numb, so I went to the city, and the city they're telling me my lung collapsed. I was like, what? Okay. I'm breathing fine, but one of my lungs collapsed at one point. I don't know. My stomach, I have reflux. The little valve in my stomach that's supposed to close when food go down and all them kind of thing there, it doesn't work. So it always open or it weak something. So it just come back up and acid does rise and everything. So occasionally I have to be taking my little omeprazole or my little antacid, and you do what you have to do. So once I can't remember what I went to do, and they was like, your liver is enlarged. I was like, okay, why is it enlarged? After other investigations, and they was like, no, it's just fat. It's just fat down the liver. And I figure because I was on steroids for so long, it gave me fatty liver basically. But my liver works fine. Okay, to the other side now, my heart. Well, I have hypertension. But right about now, I'm not taking any medication for it because it's controlled, because of my diet and my lifestyle and everything. I'm not taking any medication for it, but I have to be careful and have to check it regularly to make sure that it is within normal range. But we good on that side too. I took hypertensive medication for a couple years and I'm no longer on them. So I am no longer on steroids, so that makes it better. But I still have my hip replacement, my hip prosthesis, and it doesn't give me problem though. It's just that for the past years, my shoulder used to give me problems, like I couldn't bring it up or anything. So when it couldn't go up, it just staying down. I wasn't worrying myself if I have to lotion myself with my head down and everything. I don't care. But right now it don't bother me because I'm no longer on steroids or anything. So it, like, my bones don't really bother me. It don't actually. Now my kidney DRS. Yeah, it was misbehaving for a couple years. But it's good. It's good. It's just that when I pee, there's protein in my pee. And the protein not supposed to be there. I don't know what it's doing there. It's not supposed to be there. But it's good. My doctor is like, you good, you're doing good. Like every 3 months I have to do urine tests and blood tests and everything, and for the past time it has been good. My nose, I miss my nose. My nose, I had surgery in my nose. That was the worst experience ever. I rather do a hip replacement every day than do my nose surgery. My female organs, you don't want to talk about that. I may be missing some vital organs, you know. Right now I can't think of them. Right now I am taking 2 medications, Benlysta, which is a self-injectable, and Cellcept or mycophenolate mofetil. That's the 2 medications I'm taking. Mycophenolate mofetil is basically for my kidneys, and Cellcept is also for my kidneys, but it helps manage lupus. And because of good management from my team of doctors, I am now in remission. So my lupus is not active. So for the past years in Dominica, if it wasn't for Dr. Mac, I don't know how I would manage, honestly. Because he is the one that taught me not to panic, basically. So I don't panic for anything. He's the one that will be like, so what's going on? What do we have today? And what are we going to do about it? And let's see, let's do this. And he was so calm, and I'm like, why are you panicking, Krishna? The man calm. You there panicking in front of the man, and the man calm, and he just watching you and be like, so what are we going to do? I want to give a big shout out to my family and my friends, my support system. I have the best family ever, and my friends are the awesomest. Not once did they make me feel like I was a burden. They're always there to support, and I'm not one to complain. But if I ever complain, they know, okay, something is wrong. So I truly appreciate them. And if I don't tell them that enough, I hope they're watching, and I truly appreciate the support that you have given me. So basically this is Krishie and Krishie's lupus in a nutshell. I may have missed out some things. I think I did. Most that I don't remember because my memory is bad. But we good.
Thank you very much, Krishna, for sharing your journey with us. I know that you're a very strong person, and you're truly an awesome person. And if you all did not know, Krishna is one of the persons that she really taught me how to manage and take care of myself as a dialysis patient. I really want to thank her for that. I truly appreciate you. And I just want to tell you, keep on fighting. I know that you can make it, and you are making it. Honestly, lupus ain't got nothing on you at all. Keep being that awesome person that you are, and keep being that lupus warrior. And to all the other lupus patients in Dominica and around the world, if you can see for yourself, Krishna is doing really well, and you can do well as well. So she left a little motivation or a little encouragement for you. So this is it right there.
Lupus is very difficult to diagnose because it mimics every other illness you can think of. Mainly because it attacks every organ you can think of. So that makes it very difficult to diagnose. Another thing that I want to say is early detection saves lives. The earlier you are diagnosed and are treated, the better for you. I believe that I'm doing so well because I was diagnosed early and I was able to be treated early. So if you're having any symptoms, I know you have heard about the symptoms before. I will highlight them again. If you have any of these symptoms, speak to your doctor. My symptoms included swelling of the feet, the mala rash, but my own was black, fevers, joint pain. Those were my symptoms basically. Initially, that was my symptoms. Other people have a lot of other symptoms. I had hormonal imbalance and I never thought that was linked to lupus, and it was. My hair was thinning. I never thought it was linked to lupus. It was. My eyesight, never thought it was. So it's like different things. Malaise, like extreme fatigue, like so much that you cannot do anything, or anything requires so much effort.
I also want to say to our dear friend, Dominica, truly you are going too soon, and we really and truly miss you. And we hope that you continue to sleep in paradise. You know it is. Much love. So you don't know, everybody, thank you for watching. And in case you have any questions to ask about lupus, only lupus, please leave them down below in the comments, and I will try to have Krishna answer them in another video if possible. Before the end of May. Okay? So thank you everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, Life of Dialysis Patient. You don't know. Once again, big up to all the lupus patients out there. And stay strong. God bless. You don't know. Peace out, everybody.